Have you ever earned your first 100K? You're lucky if you have, but if not yet, I'm sure that would be something extraordinary. I want you to imagine this. You just had your first 100K on hand. How do you feel? Today on StealthWealth Society, we'll learn why your first 100K is really a magical number for your real wealth, according to Charlie Munger. Who's Charlie Munger? Charles Thomas Munger is a multi-billionaire investor, entrepreneur, and former real estate lawyer who was born in the United States on January 1, 1924. Munger's the vice chairman of Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway. According to Buffett, Munger's his closest friend and right-hand man. From 1984 through 2011, Munger presided over Wesco Financial Company. In addition, he serves as a director of Costco Wholesale Corporation and chairman of the Los Angeles, California-based Daily Journal Corporation. Wordy wisdom of Charlie Munger. Number 1. Lollapalooza effect. Munger refers to the Lollapalooza effect as a collection of biases, inclinations, or mental models functioning concurrently and in concert in the same direction. Because of the convergence of the mental models, biases, or dispositions operating together, considerably increasing the risk of acting irrationally, the Lollapalooza effect, itself a mental model, frequently has severe results. When 3, 4, or 5 of these things combine, it transforms human brains into mush, according to Munger, who made this observation during a 1995 Harvard lecture on the psychology of human misjudgment. Munger used the examples of Tupperware parties and open outcry auctions to illustrate his point. You have the tendency toward reciprocation, stability and commitment, and social proof at the Tupperware party. In the open outcry auction, there's social proof of others bidding, reciprocation tendency, commitment to buying the item, and deprivation superreaction syndrome, a sense of loss. The hostess gave the party, and the tendency is to reciprocate. You say you like certain products during the party, so purchasing would be consistent with views you've committed to. The latter is a person's experience of losing something that they feel should be or is theirs. These biases frequently exist on both the microeconomic and macroeconomic scales, and they can be conscious or unconscious. Number 2. Principle of inversion. Carl Jacobi, a German mathematician, was the inspiration for Munger's famous statement, "All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there." Carl Jacobi frequently solved challenging issues by employing the straightforward strategy. Man muss immer umkehren, or translated as, invert, always invert. According to Munger, Jacobi realized that many difficult problems are best solved when they're approached backward. Number 3. Criticism of cryptocurrencies and gambling. For your information, Munger's critical of cryptocurrencies, calling Bitcoin in particular noxious poison. He also compared Robinhood to gambling, saying that it is successful because people know how to take advantage essentially of the gambling instincts of not only the American public, but the worldwide public. Munger went on to explain why he believes that individual investments without commissions are equivalent to gambling. He said this essential quote, "If you cater to those gambling chips when people have money in their pocket for the first time, and you tell them they can make 30 or 40 or 50 trades a day, and you're not charging them any commission, but you're selling their order flow or whatever." How to save your first 100K. Number 1. Reduce your interest burden. One effective strategy for cutting costs and increasing the amount of money available for savings is to reduce the amount of interest you pay. A lot of you desire everything, including a house, automobile, garage, home theater system, dishwasher, and double-door refrigerator, right? That might be possible online with a few simple keystrokes, but as it turns out, getting satisfaction right away frequently comes with a high cost that can take years to pay off and even shorten your lifespan. The first essential step in saving is prioritizing debt reduction. Make it a goal to pay off your student loans if you've recently graduated from college or graduate school. Take a look at all of your loans to determine how long it'll take you to pay them off, among other things. You can liquidate some of your savings or fixed deposits if you have any in order to lessen your debt load. Consider prepaying debts using a bonus or dividend to lower your interest payments. If you have credit card debt, contact your credit card company and try to reduce the interest rate. Look into debt transfer deals, some of which may have introductory rates of 0%. Consider consolidation as well. You could be eligible for a debt consolidation loan with a single monthly payment and a low interest rate if your money's coming in continuously and you've maintained a good credit score. Make sure your return will outweigh your interest payments if you take out a new loan, possibly for an investment. You could also be able to investigate margin accounts, which enable you to make larger investments with better returns. Number 2. Invest in savvy products. Make sure the money's invested wisely once you've identified a few strategies to save a little more and committed to saving a certain amount in your budget. Dealing with a financial expert or learning more about the resources that enable you to carry out the investing yourself can be wise moves. Number 3. Manage your risks appropriately. During your journey to $100,000, risk will play a part. just like with all investments. Investments with larger risks should yield bigger profits, but the risk-reward ratio might also be important. Initial public offerings, emerging penny stocks, and hot industries like technology can produce significant returns quickly. High-grade corporate bonds, on the other hand, can also produce consistent and substantial returns. Number 4. Try to maximize your employee benefits. There may be more employee perks than you think. Make the most of the matching contributions that your employer provides to benefit from the free money. For an even greater benefit, these funds can be added to your tax-sheltered 401k. Take advantage of any additional perks your work might offer, such as exclusive deals at shops, attractions, and gyms. Use a health savings account, if one is offered, to reduce medical expenses a little. Use the reduced chances offered by your employer if it offers support for a return to school or skill upgrading programs. Number 5. Look for additional income. The other important element of your personal budget is passive income. Discovering strategies to increase your income will also help you get to your $100,000 goal more quickly. Do you teach, sew, or engage in any other crafts? These are a few pastimes that can bring in some extra cash. A few hours a week of kid tutoring or selling your handmade goods at the farmer's market are both options. Also, you might look for odd jobs or freelance work. Don't waste any of your talents or skills. Your downtime can be very beneficial. These activities can assist you in generating more income that you can apply to your $100,000 target. Number 6. Keep your spending low. The expenses you make are a significant component of a budget. You may always take steps to reduce your expenses. Here are some further examples. Preparing additional meals at home, whenever possible. Choosing to walk rather than drive short distances. Bringing your children to a park or zoo rather than a neighborhood mall. Purchasing your goods in large quantities once a month as opposed to often making modest purchases. Giving up expensive habits like smoking. Bringing food to work. Driving your car until it's no longer functional. And purchasing a cheaper home. Why your first 100K is the magical number for generating real wealth. Based on his colorful counsel given to a member of the audience at a Berkshire Hathaway shareholders annual meeting more than 20 years ago, billionaire investor Charlie Munger may be the most well-known proponent of the notion. You keep on working for it. I enjoy round numbers, and perhaps you do as well. Am I correct? The point at which $100,000 becomes a more significant driver of wealth than $99,999 is undoubtedly impossible to pin down. But there's no denying the psychological satisfaction of $100,000 as well. Since it's 6 figures instead of 5, it's a desired milestone for salary or other monetary worth accumulations. It's difficult to reach $100,000, especially when you're young. The majority of us cannot move swiftly from a stop. Achieving it typically requires getting raises and promotions at work, dramatically reducing your spending, or good old side hustles like operating a ride-hailing business or taking on freelance work. So if increasing income and reducing costs are the first steps in building wealth, compound interest takes care of the bulk of the work. Let your money work for you. The more time you have to develop your money, the earlier you should start saving and investing. It's similar to a garden in that you can let time do its things without constantly monitoring a grapevine. Capital gains, dividends, and interest can all be earned on investments. Reaching your first $100,000 can give you the stability you need to weather unforeseen financial turbulence. But there's more. By making more high-risk, high-reward options available, it might also inspire you to take calculated risks with your assets. $100,000 is by no means a permit for irresponsibility. And let's face it, that figure can feel a little tempting. A desire to spend lavishly. Yet, if used effectively, $100,000 can serve as a target to aim for, a base for accumulating wealth, and the first chapter of your amazing financial success tale. Just a reminder, folks, considerations abound when trying to get your first $100,000. You should consider your anticipated time period, your available investment options, and the dangers you're ready to accept in exchange for your returns. You may get back on track by reviewing your monthly budget objectively, or by making one if you haven't previously. It'll also be important to maintain discipline in your thinking and your plan. The money will pile up if you create and follow a customized plan. Practically, you can accomplish this objective in as little as 6 years or even earlier, which paves the way for you to acquire the subsequent $100,000 more quickly and even start down the road to $1 million. So, are you ready to earn your first $100K? Well, work hard, play hard. Here are more related videos to enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Please share this video with your like-minded friends. Till next time.